Welcome to Blood in the Snow Radio, where we give you the latest news and interviews with the best in Canadian genre cinema. Here are your hosts, Robert Bellamy and Festival Director Kelly Michael Stewart.
Blood in the Snow 2024 continues, and Kelly, you're back behind the mic.
Yeah, good to be here.
Took off for a little bit this morning. But now he's back. And our next guest, I'm so glad you're here. If I'll get you to introduce yourself, your project, and then just a synopsis of what it's about.
My name is Lisa Ovies. I am the writer, director, producer, and one of the actors in the movie A Mother's Love. And the best way I can describe it is it's a angry female version of John Wick, a little mama bear rage.
That kind of sums it up.
Yeah, and it's nice because it's a very short film, and it's just a quick little beat, and it works perfectly.
Thank you. I really wanted to challenge myself as a writer to write a micro short. I think it's fascinating to even be able to tell an entire story as a short, but then to try and tell an entire story in 2 pages felt like something I've wanted to do for a while, but it took a while to get the inspiration to know how to do it. I hope I did it.
What made you decide to step into an actor's role?
Right?
Yeah.
So most people don't know this. I started as an actress. I did full-time dramatic arts training in 2008 and then very quickly wasn't in love with the roles being offered to women and ended up back behind the camera. I think I always wanted to be behind the camera, but honestly, I knew I could act. I didn't know I could do the things behind the camera. So acting felt like a safe gateway in. I'm in Puppet Killer. I'm in a lot of things I do because I don't have to audition. But honestly, for A Mother's Love, it's because we made that entire film for $1,500 Canadian, and I didn't want to waste anyone's time. I was personal to the content, and I knew that we could keep the budget down by casting me. And it was kind of fun to see, could I act, direct, produce, wear all those hats successfully? And I felt the stakes were so low in this film that I wasn't holding people's money or time hostage if I didn't do it well.
Okay, that's fair.
So I guess a lot of reasons.
Yeah. But still, usually once you get behind the camera, that's where you like to stay. And so it's interesting to see you just jump back in front of it again.
Well, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I own an acting school. So I'm constantly training actors, and it was interesting to see if that transitions. So I will say, everyone I work with my crew, my DP, was the makeup artist on the very first short that I starred in 2008. So she's always known me as an actress. A lot of my team knows me as an actress, and I didn't know if I knew me as an actress anymore. So they were the ones that were super confident in my acting ability, and I was curious if that still transitions, because teaching doesn't always mean able to do anymore. But it worked out really well because we shot this in June this year, and in August I got an offer to be in a feature film, and I hadn't acted in a while. Had I not done this, I wouldn't have necessarily said yes, and so I've actually started acting a fair bit more since.
Oh,
and I'm going to be acting in the next film we shoot in a couple months.
So this kind of knocked the rust off.
Yeah, I hope so.
Very cool. What challenges did you come up with for writing a micro short?
None. Isn't that the worst answer I could give you?
Oh, right.
Because when I write, I wait to write something that is already complete in my brain. So the challenge was waiting to be inspired. And once I was inspired, I knew I had a story I could write very quickly. I write for a living. I write all the time. And I think like anything else, those muscles were being well used in other capacities, writing features and episodics. So writing, no problem. Finding an idea I felt I could tell quickly and completely. But once I had it, I think that would maybe be my second draft that we shot. But most of my films that we shoot are a second to third draft, but that doesn't mean they didn't live in my head forever first.
Right. But I find, too, that I've talked to a lot of filmmakers who've done a feature and then gone back and done some shorts after that, and they tend to be a bit of a palate cleanser because it's just the stress and anxiety and everything that goes on to making these things. Because these features, as you know, takes years and years, and then the aftermath takes years and years, and kind of like that. And so I've talked to them. It's like, oh, it's nice just to kind of almost have fun again, kind of thing like that. Doing that, it's like not that it's incredibly hard work, but it's like, you know what I mean, you kind of get that. Okay, now I've hit the reset button again. Now I can move forward.
It is so true. I actually went in a weird way. So I was producing or not directing, pardon me. I produced feature films. I was a casting director on feature films. I was an actor. Like I did a ton of indie feature films prior to Puppet Killer. And so when I started doing shorts, I had to reverse engineer my brain. I had to teach myself to make shorts. And I don't think people give enough credit to like how hard it is to tell a full story in 10 to 12 pages. So I enjoyed the idea of challenging myself into it, and then stumbled into the idea that it was, I don't want to say easy. It's never easy, but exactly what you just said. My team is pumping out 1 to 2 shorts a year. We do it on a weekend. We're all supportive. We love each other. It's the same team that's been working together for 10 years. And then you have a product you can use as an excuse to travel and see your friends in different film festivals. So very pro short film.
Well, it is too, because you go from 4-week schedule to a 2-day schedule.
Yeah. I mean, we shot A Mother's Love in, I think, 5 hours on a weekend.
Oh, dang. That was fast.
What? It was
Between
great.
lunch and dinner.
Honestly.
You don't have to feed anyone.
We fed them, but it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sandwiches. Our sound designer, Rob, also has his industrial first aid. So now he comes out on set and he's like, it's always really nice to have actually your post sound on set. But now he's making sandwiches. He's like our PA.
You're not going to do much post, so let's get you busy working now.
But you're here for a whole second reason this year, too. You're in our development lab. Tell us about how that's been for you.
It has been, this is going to sound artificial because I'm sitting in front of Kelly, so I'm just going to look at you while I speak so highly about this experience. But no, it has been so wonderful, and I'm so grateful. I'm in the horror development lab with an episodic, but the opportunities that have been afforded to me have like stretched across everything in my portfolio. I've been able to talk to people about films that I have finished that I'm looking to sell, films that scripts that I have that are finished that I'd love to pitch and develop, as well as like multiple opportunities to talk about an episodic series that I created. And it's been phenomenal. It's been like freaking awesome. Look at that. I don't know if I can swear, so I said frickin'.
Go for
I
it.
said this. Someone asked us that yesterday. I said, it's called Blood in the Fucking Snow.
I know, right? And I'm like, I always swear, but this is when you know I might be a little bit overstimulated because I didn't swear. But it's been fucking an amazing experience. I'm so grateful. And it's so nice to be challenged in different areas that I haven't been challenged. I get comfortable at what I do. And this has really, in a very positive way, taken me outside of that comfort level, but in a very safe space.
And how you find, because this is actually, I know we're hearing music scales next door here.
love
It's like,
it.
the Transat Club has multiple different rooms, so we've got some.
I think
bit
they're
of music.
auditioning musicians today.
I think they are.
Yeah.
You're practicing scales.
I'm going to go in and play the spoons.
Yeah. But yeah, you're also is episodic TV. Is that more of a newer thing for you because that's what you're pitching, or you've been?
This is one of the reasons I should say that the development lab has been such a gift to me. I don't have experience in episodic television. I have done one episodic pitch, which was for a very large IP that I was asked to develop, and then a very large horror studio found out that me and my writing partner were working together 2 years ago, and they asked us to make some pitches for horror comedy episodics that they were picking up. We fell in love with this idea and decided whether they liked it or not, we would develop it. My writing partner is very experienced in episodic. He's Emmy nominated. He's done series with Hulu and Peacock and Blumhouse. My first step in, but it was something, I mean, if you read the pitch or you hear about it, it's so clearly everything that Lisa loves in one thing. And so he helped me with the structure, and the exec at that studio no longer is there. So we have full rights to the IP and we're able to shop it and we love it, but I don't know that world. So this has been such a gift for me to be that like ego out the window. I have no idea what I'm doing. Walk me through this process. And the people here have been really helpful with guiding me into what spaces I can go to kind of take it out there. Because I got no fucking clue, y'all. I can make a film with my eyes closed by now. Again, why I said it's so nice to get taken out of your comfort zone in a space that still feels so supportive.
Mm-hmm. But once you do know, then look out.
Look out.
Yeah.
And you know what was so nice is not having something to necessarily put in to the development lab, but always keeping an eye on it for the last few years and wanting to, and then realizing I could submit episodic. We had written it a while ago, and Hollywood is on fire in not a good way. And so it was COVID to strike. And I hadn't dusted it off in a while. And then dusting it off for the pitch, I realized how much I love this series. And I am so gung-ho to really get it off the ground now. And I'm not sure I would have been as passionate or remembered how much I loved it without the lab. So yeah, watch out. I'm fucking coming out swinging with this one.
That's gonna be wicked to see this. I wanted to go back to the short just for a quick second.
Yeah.
Because it's fun seeing your shorts, like Sleep Tight and
They're
all
all
that.
different, right?
Different, but you always have your little Easter eggs.
Oh, I love, you know what? I was just at Fog Fest, and I would never normally shout at another festival while I'm here, except that I think that those boys
They're alum of ours, so
fucking love them so much. But what really touched me was they've now played Sleep Tight, Puppet Killer, and we just did A Mother's Love, and someone in the audience saying exactly that. And they were like, oh my God, I'm picking up the Easter eggs in all of your films. And that means so much to me that, like, not me as a human, our team as a collective are building a fan base of people that, like, recognize. So every film we do, there's an Easter egg that goes into the next film that we do.
Well, you had both in this one, though, didn't you?
We have them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
We had
I
the
remember
Sleep Tight
poster on the
poster.
wall.
We had Simon in the back of the car.
Yeah.
We also had a cereal box from Sleep Tight that we reproduced from our production designer that was on the couch for a cereal called Simon Says. And the next film we're doing, The Things Continue On. I think the one thing we probably forgot to Easter egg in this last one was Witches Midnight, but I bet you we probably did, and I'm literally so tired I forget. But we do try and put them all in there.
It's going to be curious to see what her next one is, the Easter egg for Mother's Love. That's...
We already started talking about it because we're already in pre-production for the next film. We got fully financed to go to picture second week of January. And now one of the very first things we do is, what are all the Easter eggs that come? And we don't want them to ever distract the audience. Yeah. I think the cereal box in A Mother's Love is like a little on the nose. But in Sleep Tight, we have a stuffy of Simon. It's not the puppet. It's like a fan made a version of him. And so we're trying to make it so that it's not distracting, but that it's still there. So
excellent.
Yeah.
And how have people been receiving Mother's Love? Like, because like you said, it's a micro short.
You know what? It's hard for me to. So I also own a film school, and Kelly has been a gift to come in and have conversation. And I really do practice what I preach. And one of the things I always say is be mindful of your time. So I don't know if the thing's playing so fucking well because it's 2 minutes, but it's playing real fucking well. And I feel super stoked. I have to admit too, I didn't think about it when I went through the process, but it's a very vulnerable thing to submit to people you know and you respect. Something you have written, directed, produced, and acted in. And I didn't think about it until they had already been sent off because I go into auto mode. And then I felt very exposed and very nervous. And I'm really grateful that it's playing as well as it is. And maybe that's an inability to like compliment myself on my skill that I'm like, it's only playing good because it's 2.5 minutes. But more vulnerable than I thought to do that.
People have to like it because...
I know I have to tell myself that.
Yeah. Like, you're right. It is a programmer's dream. 2.5 minute... Yeah. But trust me, if it wasn't a good short, 2.5 minutes wouldn't matter.
Thank you. Because you both have been gifts and played it. So thank you so much. You have been so supportive of my career. I'm so grateful. You both have. And it means a lot. And it's not like we don't notice it as we go forward. And every time we make something, I feel raw. This was the one that I felt the weirdest about. And I struggled to edit it. I didn't have an opinion of my performance. Which is why I wanted to do it on something so low stakes. I wanted to know, I've always cameo in my things. I know I can act, but they're always very low stakes roles. And this one, whether or not it was, there was acting that was required in a way that I wasn't worried about on the day. I trust my team. Everyone gave me great, like, everyone was very supportive. I know they'd be like, this is fucking shit. Could you please do better? And then I got into the editing room, and in the weirdest way that I can say it, I had no opinion of my performance. I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was bad. I felt so handcuffed and really struggled, which is what a great learning experience. She will not be a lead in any of her films because I can't objectively edit it in a way that serves the final product.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. And it's too bad because I wanted to be one of those people that could. I was gunning to be the Kevin Smith out there that does it all, but
well,
small role maybe yes, big role no.
He doesn't have to talk in this movie.
That's fucking true. If I was silent Lisa in all my, you know what? Thank you. I feel better. That motherfucker.
And honestly, better than the alternative of being the person that has to put all of their stuff forefront.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, I'd hoped I could do it better. I don't think I sucked as an actor or I wouldn't have been programmed. But I think where I fell short in a really good way for me to learn was as the director in the editing room. I did not struggle on set. I'm an acting coach. I was able to stop mid-delivery for sound and catch up and never break beat and work with my other actress. And but yeah, in the editing room, I'm not sure I know I wasn't as successful as I could have been. But I think that's part of the process of learning. So.
Oh, it's always hard to look at your own work. regardless.
Yeah.
Let alone trying to edit it.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not an editor. I have an insanely talented team that I've worked with since Puppet Killer. It's the same people. And even this for $1,500, and he'll get mad at me for saying, we still had Stephen Gallagher, who is Peter Jackson's composer, and he still composes all of our music, which I don't know how we got so lucky. And his new movie, War of the Rohirrim, the new Lord of the Rings movie is coming out.
Oh, wow. I'd heard about that.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And him and Mark Wilshire, who does all of our sound mixing in London, literally for everything we've ever done. The two of them, for whatever reason, have signed on since Puppet Killer. They did Puppet Killer. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, like, our team is so talented. Yeah. And then when we have the downtime, or we make the downtime, we come together and we make art together, which I think is like indicative of everything we say. You know, you do one for them and one for you. Yeah, we get to share the art, and we're all best friends. Yeah, we go to the movies together all the time. And we are like a bunch of best friends that all have individual talents that come together to make film. I'm so fucking lucky.
Like Kelly said, it's that palate cleanser.
Honestly, he's so right. It is. And all of us, when we work on other projects or work for other people, to come together and know that it's going to be supportive and kind and loving, and everyone's voice is heard and listened to, and it's a safe space. It's pretty fucking awesome.
It's the fun
It's not
part.
always. Film isn't always fun.
That's just it. It's the fun part of the job, which you guys do.
Yeah. And then how lucky to travel and go to badass film festivals. It feels like summer camp 10 times a year. And the horror genre specifically are just like the coolest people. I fucking love it. I love walking into a fest and seeing my people. We're all like a little neurodivergent, or a lot. A little socially awkward beings, and you put us all in a room together and we get to nerd out over shit that we love. Like, it's my dream.
Well, I get a little bit of FOMO, like seeing all everyone's photos, because I can't go to that many, because I'm not making movies anymore, and it's only unless I'm asked to be on a jury or something like that. It's hard for me
to justify
going to all that. And so it's funny, I see all the bits people, all our alumni and friends going around to this, and I was like, I wish I was there, like that.
I struggled even with Mother's Love to be like, it's a 2-minute film. Money is money, man. Yeah. I'm so glad I got into the horror development lab, because I have to be honest, I did not have it in the budget to be able to come out, and then I was like, I can't not go now, yay! And now I'm here the whole time.
I would understand that. I would understand that completely.
It's rough, even when you have a film going, to like come up with the money it's not easy, but I put everything in my life on a WestJet credit card, and then I ride those points like a motherfucker.
Excellent. Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you. What a treat to be able to talk to both of you. That was really special.
Yes. And congratulations on the festival. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes. And
thank you.
Anything else creeps up, let us know, because we'd love to have you back on.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I was going to say my goal will be, we're going to shoot 2 next year. One goes to picture the second week of January, and the other one is going to be my first film shot in LA since getting my work visa. So you'll be getting, whether or not you accept them, I honor and appreciate you, but you'll be getting fucking letters from me. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
Join us next time for Blood in the Snow Radio. Bits Radio is a production of Three Evil Cats Productions in association with the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. For more information and to listen to other episodes, visit bloodinthesnow.ca and tweet us at BitsFilmFest. Music by Jen Gorman, produced and edited by Kelly Michael Stewart. I am Eduardo